What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Couch Talk. I'm joined here with Ari. I'm Deontay. This is Zaria. That is Brittany. That is Sauce Boss, Mal Mason, Felicia, and Azuka Obi. Our first topic today is going to be about guns. We have a large percentage of stuff going on here with guns. Yeah, so let's get into it.
Sorry.
Oh,
I carried the gun there.
Alright, who won't go first?
Well, you should probably go first because of your tweet. That was very controversial. People are like,
Yeah,
you have no sense.
You're an actual dummy.
Yeah. Actually,
Wait,
what did I say?
What was it?
I spoke about that tweet to somebody, and I just feel like it's really ignorant that instead of they educate him, they made it seem like his point wasn't valid.
But that's Cayman.
Yeah.
Alright, wait, hold on, let me find.
It was just
Tweet
like
500 times a day. This will take a while. So until he finds it, who wants
he
to?
just said he thinks guns should be. I think it,
Like, kind of like, why do I
basically, and then getting him saying that we
He
can't
says
go
that
back.
we really need guns.
We can't go back 20 years.
Oh yeah, I
Or we can't
said.
go back 50 years. You know, like when guns been here or whatever.
So I said I never understood why people in Cayman, of all places, need guns. From a general scale, Cayman is not even a violent place like that. So really and truly, who are you protecting yourself from? Even the armed robber is probably your cousin.
Niggas can't fight.
Oh yeah,
And basically, like what I come to understand is they were basically saying like it been a problem from like years ago, you know, like some other person probably had a gun because back then there was probably some violence or something going on, so they're trying to protect themselves. So you're trying to change something that been here a long time ago.
Yeah.
Why was
You guys should have said that.
Yeah, that's what they should have said. They said, "Oh,
You don't know
why the fuck?"
You're so ignorant to this tweet. I
but
can
how
see.
can one to change it? You tweet something, people act like you and you alone could be the one to change.
No, I wasn't even
was
tweeting
just
to change
saying-
anything. I was just saying it's always been
There's a
so.
point like I see you never had a gun barreled to your face. Like
Yeah.
no, I haven't. No.
Yeah,
Telling life choices.
Yeah, that was like.
What can I watch this? I'm not part of this discussion.
I think the reason why I automatically agreed with Azuka was because, well, we've never grown up in, I have to say hood in quotation because Cayman are the real type of hood.
I mean,
but
go up to the coat.
Oh my god.
They
I have friends that grew up in Central, like the deep parts of Central and the hood, where like their father's been involved in gangs and the uncles and they get shot up and all this stuff. So
But they were wrong.
guns are a way of life. So I could see it from that respect.
But I made a tweet again. Well, it wasn't recently, but it was a.
Twitter. No.
It was a while back.
I was stirring up some dirt.
Nah, it was a while back, and I basically said the reason why gangs were formed to begin with was to protect and serve the community because the police weren't doing that in America. So that's why, that was the real reason why gangs were formed. And I remember that tweet.
Wait. I thought it was because of the wars.
What do you mean?
What word?
That is when they started like the what do you call it? The engineering of a gun.
No, I wasn't talking about guns specifically.
not that far.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
My girl said 1700.
No, she's not. I was talking about when guns were.
You talking about the muscle?
No, on the horse.
Fucking pussy, yo. Like, nigga said,
Right?
We're not talking about
Stop
pussy, yo.
Because the way you were talking about Alex.
Like, you're talking about the British wars and
I literally
you talking about the British war?
I stayed around
Your words.
because it was just like.
I
was just like.
No, but off of that, that's the reason why I have to laugh whenever I see
Because they go
people
say
say that.
because you're my friend, like you my little friend.
Whenever I see people say that they Bloods and Crips and all of that, because I was just like, Bloods, like which part of
The international
Bloods.
When I brushed over your tweet, I just figured you were talking about how significantly low our crime rate is compared to other
countries. That was what I was saying.
That's how I took it at first, and then I saw people like getting worried up, like, whoa, did I overthink it, underthink it?
Wait, guys, hold on.
Hold on, side note. You know, I always wanted this, like, people in Jamaica with bars on their windows.
Yes.
Say the house catch on fire one night, you know, you wake up, you're asleep, stupid, you know. And the front door got grilled. So, like,
when you going up to the key now to unlock the lock,
lock the front door, grill it. Like it can't look. And you know you gotta you stupid.
So interesting. The first one, you're like, what?
Like what?
Sullivan on his mind a minute.
Well, I mean, if you don't do that, you might wake up with somebody in your house.
But wait. That's why they.
But-
I never understood why they have bars in their windows.
Because cry.
Because they will come to your window.
What if you
Bro,
walk
I've
inside your
never
house
seen
and
my
now you're
stepfather
trapped in
tell
your
me a
house?
story.
Whoever came
He
into
got
your house
into a
and now you
taxi
can't
one
fucking
day
get
and the
out.
window was down.
What are you
And that man
doing?
rode up on his bike, grabbed my stepfather's sheen off his neck and bust it and left with it.
You know they would come into your house with a rock and you don't even They would come into your house with a rock.
But coming in first, when I said, why do they have bars on their windows? I was so confused.
I don't think it was my stepfather, but it was somebody that
You know what? Even worse, they come into your house and grab a knife from the kitchen and kill you with the knife. Like,
not
alright,
Anything is
back on topic.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, but you were saying something,
Zaria. You were saying.
Oh, you remember
We need
what I
more
was saying?
structure. But I talk about fucking
Oh, I
bars
was
in
saying,
the
she was talking about a musket. No, after that, I was saying that people,
pussy. Oh,
like how
balls.
you were saying that it was
Balls.
ignorant of people
Why
not
would
to
I do that?
educate him and stuff like that. It's like people only read or process
what they want.
what they want to process. So you already got people like pitted against you because that's just how it is gonna go. That's all I was saying.
Wow, okay.
You know, like how something's tweeted from a malicious place or from like an ignorant place, and then you can tell when something's just.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Ari picking up on his point about our crime rates. Like, do you think that, like I don't know, like, do you still think it's necessary? If our crime rates were high, I don't know. What am I trying to say?
If
our crime rates are high,
I
you
know
that
questions.
you have what you're saying?
No, that's
Because I
not
can't
what
kill somebody. My conscience.
I can't kill nobody.
I can't kill nobody.
As much as I say, I can't really.
I mean, it depends.
Well,
I mean, that culture is here,
I
just on a
absolutely
much
hate
smaller degree,
Right.
right? There are gangs, whether we want
yeah.
but because the island is so small,
Do you
can't
think crime
really
rate is
count.
going to increase now? Do you think?
Oh, with the event that just happened?
With that,
Just in general, do you think
No.
crime rate's going to increase?
I think it'll go up for a little bit and then go back down.
I think it was like this a couple years
Ago,
and
exactly.
now getting
No,
bad.
this is nothing.
Well, yeah, it was like this,
I
but
think
not
the
as
last time I saw
bad.
something like this was in high school.
Yeah,
All the
it was
drugs,
it was like week after week after week.
with some people.
Yeah,
you know.
that especially that age bracket. Specifically.
Yeah.
But like I think like a good way that you to think about things, like you talk about crime rates, and this kind of goes into what we will talk about later, which is which is like the stigma against Caymanians in a way. Branching off of that, speaking about entitled tourists, the first thing, like COVID broke out and everything, Cayman did so well. The first thing that these people say after they realize that they cannot come back to this country and use us the way they were using us before is, oh my god, this country teeming with drugs and crime and this and that. It's the first thing that they
You mean colonization as usual?
yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, I think a good way to think about crime rates in Cayman, like, in terms of comparing it to other places, right? Do you be scared to be in your house?
No.
Well, we can walk away with our cars running in on
I
can leave your house or unlocked from Monday till Friday. I go into Foster's and my car is parked in the front.
I'm scared to.
And then I go in there and buy about 15 things.
Exactly.
Like my car is still in
I live across the crop.
What a
so I
privilege.
cannot be safe in my
But
house.
in the same vein, like your tweet thinking
They go
about
on
that,
our
right?
every night.
You were saying like, why do people need guns in Cayman?
You can't even put money on
Stop now, I keep getting distracted.
Yo.
You gotta be more structured, guys. Be more structured.
Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I literally don't remember what I was saying.
Yeah, we all need to talk.
This is why I don't drink red wine.
You were talking about.
Yeah. But in the same way that he says, like, why do we need guns in Cayman? It's like, because the crime rate is so low. Like, every time you hear somebody steal a car, where the fuck are you going?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why?
I mean, we have a friend that she still got her car.
Yeah, but that I feel bad for her. But whoever took her car, where the fuck are you going? Like, this is what I'm
That's for
asking.
parts. That is gone.
They didn't took that shit apart.
They literally, same thing.
That is like, it's like in that same way, it's kind of like, because there is such little crime here, and then to branch off of that, I feel like the really violent crimes that we have here, the really severe crimes that occur in this country, it obviously calls into question: are these people punished correctly?
Yeah.
Is there a are these people punished correctly?
Well, they never really catch the right person.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. But you got to think about the people that they have caught. Like, look at some of the most violent things that have happened in this
But I mean,
country.
they caught this guy and let him out of custody.
Yeah, because
It's a threat.
You talking about the?
Hey, that's not calling him.
No, I don't
know
know
his name.
name.
They were the prison broke about 4 times on a murder.
Yeah.
It was probably about 7 times.
But in general, I be walking around sometimes. I don't actually be walking around, but I be like around sometimes, and I be with my dad, and my dad be like, "Yeah, you know him?" And this person I don't know, I be like, "No, I don't know him." He be like, "Yeah, you know he slit somebody's throat. You know he killed somebody." And it's like, then why is he out?
It's because your dad probably know the real person that did it. And who is in jail for it probably didn't do it.
Does Cayman even have the life sentence?
No.
No.
Because look at the people that come. I don't really want to get into any cases.
I think
and
in
stuff.
English, because I'm studying law, so I'm still
They
kind of
usually
learning.
send them
I think
away.
in English law.
No,
They
it's
don't
not.
send
I think they could
capital punishment.
But
we need.
No,
I would-
that's something.
That went on legal in about 3 states now.
Yeah.
They still use it
here.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
That's definitely not here. But like people do not get incarcerated for life in Cayman.
Yeah.
It don't happen.
So they said, I think this is like, they probably like 20 years took life.
Yeah, but they
But
never
they
like
not sure
never
they
happen.
Not me
Yeah.
here.
And then you get the behavior and get like 10 years off your shit.
Wait, what?
I be here in Norwood prison, be eating good, bro. Like, I'm still Friday the thing. Like,
No, I it's not a joke.
So how you like dig out?
When teenagers go to this legal house, you could carry a PS4.
I'm sorry, excuse me?
That's
I had somebody
In
very
quarantine.
close to me that went to jail, and we took his PS4 there for him to
In quarantine, when I was doing my live, I kid you not, I told him this. I got a DM from somebody who was like, "I ain't in prison, bro, but this shit is the best thing I've seen." And I'm like, "You're aware?"
I got it too. But they be the ones that you have to work to get that though. They don't give that to every prison. If you be good
But
behavior.
it's like, okay, I never forget, when I was in middle school, we went and toured West Bay Police Station, and you know they got a little holding cell thing set up, right?
Why would they let you guys tour that? Sorry, like for a future.
Just show where you don't want to end up.
But they never
Probably
did
was
that.
there. Probably there.
It's fine. That's not one of the best places you can be. That is fine. But it's like the way that they talk about the prisoners, and maybe it then kind of boils down to perspective, and I do think it has a lot to do with what kind of crime you committed. But,
No, I'm being some here.
After you done, I make it simple.
It does have a lot to do with the crime that you committed. I think that some prisoners should not get the type of treatment that they get in.
Facts.
The type of good treatment
Yep.
that they are
Just
getting.
get good treatment in jail.
I
In
believe that.
Cayman. In Cayman.
They deserve to be
Well,
fucking.
that's what I told you earlier about that man
Basically,
is just out on the loose. They just
Basically, when you've
release
been
him.
there long enough, it's like, basically I know 2 prisoners who went to prison, I think for murder.
Murder?
Yeah.
Murder?
And they literally was there so long that they could hang out at the front gate with the security. Like, they didn't have
That is not
Speaking of
Brains into the system.
They can't leave the compound. You still incarcerated. You still can't go to your family. Like you still gotta be there. You going back and sleep in your cell at night. You feel me? So like,
It's still.
But speaking about the grape crime, right? The
Grape?
Because speaking YouTube friendly, grape. You know what I'm saying?
oh, I can't.
The R word kind of
You big brain.
grape. The R word kind of.
Oh, it's too late.
You're gonna say grape, but even US, even in the US, they're like the worst prisons. Not the worst because Mexico is way worse, but they have the US kind of strict and not strict at the same time.
They're strict for minorities and for non-minorities.
I know that's right.
Guards that are like corrupt and like they.
Yeah, they get like 100 years.
That's like a record
Yeah, because the criminal system is.
It's be giving you some years in prison.
Because a black man will go to jail for a gram for like 20 years for a rapist.
Yes, exactly. That's why I
A
say
white
they deal
rapist
with minorities.
would be
What
like
I
8
asked
years.
for that question was what I heard. I don't know, but they say like if you go to prison in the States for rape, like you will not have worse as a
Somebody
child,
kill you up
you
in
will
here?
not have
That's
it.
what I think
So
you in this
rapists and pedophilia people get the worst treatment.
I'll tell you what.
In America.
In prison,
She used to be over there. So
Within the system, outside from government restrictions and prison security restrictions, the actual inmates create their
literally
own
make it up.
system, so to speak.
Yes.
And basically, if you're a rapist or a pedophile,
They
you might
Worse,
die.
you will die.
Yeah,
Worse
that
than
was
worse.
it.
Because it's like
If you're not getting jumped every
They
other
still have
day.
a conscience when
They
it
might
comes to
kill you.
Remember
Yeah.
saying
Or they
in
going
the
to try
movies
their very
where
best. Yeah.
It's like these are probably people that have been there from
So what if they
murder,
kill
killing
the
like
child?
men and
You know the old gangster rule that you don't
Yeah, they
want
probably get killed for killing a child.
Yeah.
Children
That's,
and
and that's
women.
gang culture.
That's bad
Yeah.
culture. Children and women.
children and women off limits.
Yeah.
Off limits.
It's like they do have gangs and stuff that don't care, but the big guy in
But
the
if
gang,
them gangs
he
routine-
probably do tell them like don't kill no females and don't
Yeah.
kill no kids.
That's the
So if
crux
you
of
do
it.
that, imagine what kind of treatment you get.
Alright.
But that might say I don't think some people get treated the way that they should get treated. Some people deserve to be treated like shit in that situation. My personal beliefs.
But the point I was making, right, is the Cayman system. I mean, I know it should be harsh for some situations, some crimes, but looking into like Norway prison system. If you guys ever looked up the Norway,
Norway.
the Norway prison system is kind of like, I'm not gonna say prison, but it mostly like a rehabilitation.
Yeah, the way you approach it is different.
Right? Because the U.S. and Mexico system is just boom.
Straight.
But I also don't believe people
You
get
treat
treated
it to have a bad time.
But like, it's more like a rehabilitation. That where I get, I think, Cayman in England system coming from. They want to like rehabilitate people. Where I get
I
some.
don't know. I don't want
I get some crime. I really read it. I get some crimes
No,
deserve
I know.
life. You know what I'm saying? I believe that too. Not every crime should be forgiven or like you should be treated like a regular human being. Because some crimes are just disgusting.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Understand? But I get the whole oxtail on Fridays kind of thing. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? A little down, a little treatment.
Every prisoner probably don't get that.
I want to make one more
But I
point.
think they coming from rehabilitation instead of incarceration.
Yeah, but now I can tell you why I think they approach this rehabilitation the way that they approach it.
Alright.
And I spoke about this
In
on
Cayman?
on our last podcast that sadly the files are gone. So you will not be seeing that.
Yes, because
But we talk about this idea of Cayman crime, right? Our two industries, tourism and finance.
right.
Tourism, looking at tourism specifically. We need to market the country to other countries so that they will continue to travel here. So I think a lot of why we approach rehabilitation in the criminal justice system in Cayman the way that we do is because for the sake of us being like, those crime rates are low and they will stay low. But it's because you're not really punishing the people the way that they need to be punished. And I think it all ties in once again to selling that idea of the Cayman experience and the Cayman dream.
Okay.
And
So
stuff
do you
like
think
that.
if we are like if the criminals are incarcerated more harshly, would that lower the crime rate?
I think yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
But
so.
in the states,
Because-
it's still the same. It's still.
But no, we not
Hold
the
on,
States.
but that's
United States. That's
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
America is not a part of
You know when we talk
Yeah.
about cultures,
They're
different
not.
cultures.
Their culture,
they're
I
the
feel-
own species.
Bro, them man walk to us here.
Because
Right.
people here be like,
In that
oh,
they
if I
want
shoot
to
that
know,
one,
Mason.
I always spend this
No, no.
This is the famous line for let me go to Norwood because I
In
get
a
3
hotel.
meals a day.
It's a hotel.
I don't think so, Joe, when I say though.
Sometimes I won't.
I remember
Real?
there were 6 meals.
It's a
Free
hotel.
accommodation.
You're not paying rent. You're not paying rent. You're being fed. You're not paying for Wi-Fi. You're not doing none of that.
Yeah.
No,
You're talking about-
And then
not on the streets.
You're just not on the streets. You gotta go and
You
party.
also have to appreciate that some people living situations is way worse than prison.
That's why they take homeless people off the street and they put them in prison, not necessarily because they did anything, and I know enough people that they did this to, but they take them there because they don't have anywhere else to go.
That's
And
not
they
the
better
shelter,
off,
the shelter.
they better off being, but then again, once again, to this whole idea, selling the Cayman dream, we don't have
That would mean as okay.
Right, listen, everything ties back to our tourism industry and being able to market this country to other countries so that people will continue to come here.
This is when they go so hard when tourists get robbed.
Yeah, listen,
Oh my gosh,
it is
Oh my
literally,
God.
like if you think about it, that is what this country has thrived off of for so long. So they will continue to do
That's
everything
right.
they can to preserve that image so that people will continue to come. That ties back into that.
I have something to say. So back to like also the shooting topic of like how this guy wants to move to all the different places. How do you guys feel going back out
Move the
forward?
way.
The other, how he wants to go to Cotton Station, like all these places, because this guy's.
I don't believe that.
Wait, who said that?
No.
It's not hearsay.
He said that?
As a
I feel like somebody said that. He got referendum.
So apparently there was a little broadcast message that went around saying that you need to stand clear of Station Cotton and Bananas because possibly the shooter wants revenge on people
because
that
he can't go back to
there,
Vicks. And I
got points.
But I kind of.
Hold on, wait for me.
If we going off of hearsay, then I heard the victim is paralyzed. The other one that didn't die.
Yeah.
So who is going to shoot? Because the person that did the shooting,
the guy
clearly already done his shooting.
The guy remembers.
But he won't do more shooting.
He's going out for the blood. Is what I'm saying. He went up to West Vicks and shot someone else over the weekend.
Probably somebody.
No, but
so what I gotta say about that broadcast message is there's a broadcast message I go around just like about we're not
There's people making their own broadcasts.
But a lot of Christian
Them WhatsApp broadcast.
Yeah,
them
WhatsApp broadcast.
The whole WhatsApp OBA broadcast. You know what I mean? You know how the terms.
Your uncle up bottom.
Alright, so coming from a shooter's mentality, pause, not me.
Are you a shooter?
That's what I said. That's what I said. Pause,
Why
not
you
me.
say pause?
Pause, not me. Feel what I'm saying?
Not talking about
but coming from like the psychological aspect of people that want to kill people, right? So he wanted one person.
Did he get him?
Which was gang violence, right? It was one person coming from the other deaths that happened the weeks before. So what happened was he shot the target that he wanted, but he arrived in the place. So if you want the person dead, you're going to.
But that guy that died, he was not part of it.
You don't care.
Yeah, he was. Allegedly.
Let's say that. Allegedly.
Anyway, can we? Yeah, please.
He's not.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
have something about this is having to speak about.
Yeah.
Just be careful
Let's go back.
No, right down the bottom.
Wait. Let's go back to the ignorance.
Not part of it.
Let's go back to the ignorance of this island. Please leave it alone.
Yeah. Okay, let's leave the.
Just be
people
careful.
out. I'm just asking with what you hear, even whether it's true or not. How do you guys feel about going out moving forward? That was my
I'm not
question.
leaving.
It's not the first time. I mean, we'll give it a month and then see.
Yeah, give it a bit of time.
That's why I said give it a month.
I've just never seen anything like this.
Next weekend.
When the month end?
They said a couple of weeks, like give it like a couple of weeks to wait.
People are outside this weekend, I promise you.
Not you.
Not me. I don't think, but people are outside. Alright, but
I'm going out this weekend.
I was
Yeah,
gonna.
because it's happened before.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was gonna ask though, because
There was a week when about 6 people died on this.
I got
yes,
Back and forth.
for a full week, yes.
Late.
Yeah.
I don't know where you probably was old enough or like yesterday was there like a bunch of young boys
Literally
got
get
killed.
shot every single week.
Like it was back and forth. There was
And they all
literally a
died.
war going on.
Yeah.
They had a shooter with the police multiple times.
Like it was a war. Back and forth. At least families buried 6 people the next 2 weeks.
But a lot of people forgot that situation.
Because it was
Which is why I said this is literally gonna blow over because it's nothing compared to what happened those few years
And
ago.
I think that where people are coming from with your tweet. Because this been going on for a long time.
Right, so they probably
Gang
no
violence
plus
is
with
a-
one of their friends
Yeah.
died. So they probably like this fucking nigga there.
Yeah.
That's where it gets sensitive because people have
Even people
those,
on
like,
Twitter
connections.
knew the guy that died. So they're like, yo, my family, my boy gone. And the Zokas are making tweets like that. They're like, yo, bro, this been going on for a long time.
I could
We're not
have
gonna
seen like
jump
Your
shit.
timing, yeah.
I know a few of the quotes was my friend just died, brother.
You know the
Yeah.
saying like Chris Brown said, you can't hear from outside the club. That where they were coming from with a Zuka.
Yeah, right.
A Zuka and I like, so he don't know nothing about that.
That's how they
so they're like,
felt.
yo,
That's how they felt.
Why you say it like that?
That's basically
Don't say anything about
That's
that.
basically. So they basically calling you ignorant because you
Kinda have
generalizing
on my face.
a topic, but before you know.
Because the wound
No, I
is
know,
so
I know.
fresh, you know,
Right.
it's so sensitive.
So they let you ignorant to the thing, but y'all ignorant because before y'all fucking educate him,
Because one of them
call him
somebody-
young and stupid and dumb. Like shut up.
Somebody had messaged me and said that they knew that I wasn't being ignorant, and that was his close friend.
Yeah, my God.
I get a Zuka side, but I get where they
No, I understood where they were coming from.
I think it was bad time.
Yeah.
You should have postponed that.
because they
I mean, you could have went in the DM and be like, bro, my best advice to you is delete this because so and so.
But instead they won't flame him up.
Because I mean,
No, but you don't know where they.
Because it's
No, but I
I
honestly
honestly
see
see
both
both
sides.
sides. Someone
Because
that's
their
educated.
side is that they grew
Even though
up
it's
way
not
rougher than
different,
the Zuka.
different,
The
yes.
only choice of making money is crime.
Yes.
Because a lot of people have that living situation
Yeah.
where the only choice to make money and survive
We were just
is to
talking
do
about
crime.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the life
Thank you. I was gonna say that. Man, like,
You have
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me
No,
wrong.
don't get me wrong.
There's
Because
people
they're
that went away and get agreed that can't find no job. So
Okay.
that's
Okay,
different, and that's why I
So you
said
say
really.
you came
No,
out,
no, no.
yeah, I get it.
No, I know. You know where she coming from? She think came on some like diamond place. You know they have. No. You know they
I
have.
know what I said.
Fam, they have homes without
He took
wa-
off the glasses.
No, you have homes
but he's
without
serious
water
about
and
it.
electricity.
No, but you telling me like I don't know that.
No. She probably. I just
you
telling her.
okay with you?
Because she
You don't talk
she
this
come
way,
from
bro.
Jamaica.
Yes.
Jamaica worse situation.
Yes.
I understand.
They make sure they get like.
But they're
rich
people
man.
think that things.
Stealing from the pool.
What?
Rich
Rich
man.
He just said that I don't know if he just said it, somebody just said
Right,
it, that there's no other choice than crime.
No, their choice. Their
Their
choice.
choice.
They feel
That's how
the
they
only
perceive it.
choice is crime.
They feel like they have to steal.
No. Alright.
This
So
is
basically,
not good.
how it happens is, right, your parents talk to you growing up. That's why you are where you are.
Yeah.
If your parents don't talk to you, you're not going to have the mentality to expand
It's
and
true.
make your choices.
There's no
Make-
guidance, no mentorship.
There's no guidance. So like, yo, you think, because you know, as a kid or as coming up, you could be like, oh, this is my only option. And even that's where ignorance comes from.
Well, maybe he know.
Okay.
Don't look at crime as like killing somebody. Basically, he mean like they might be like, damn, I can't get no job, and I've been out here.
I got
Accident white people, so let me steal some
You can
more
do what you
water or
need to do
something.
to get
You know,
by.
like.
But let me-
But that's why I
Let me
agree with you when you said that they're ignorant, because somebody put it in and was like, oh, private school boy talking again. I was just like, there's a lot of private school kids who way less fortunate than you talking.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
Like your that parents struggling.
People forget what scholarships
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I have friends who never had scholarship. I never had scholarship going to my school. That's what I'm saying.
But going back to what Mason said about they don't have no guidance, I agree, but then I kind of disagree. I say that because I refuse to believe that there's not, it doesn't have to be a parent, I refuse to believe there's not that one uncle, that one cousin that you look up to.
No.
I'm sorry, I
Darling.
No, there's some. No, it's fine. Like you might feel that because you're family
I'm trying to see it
oriented.
the other
Brittany,
way.
But there's people that
There's a
do
lot of
not
people that
care.
I could be like a friend or like your best friend's
No.
woman. Like there has to be something
Alright.
that tell you.
Let me tell you, you attract the friends that you are.
Yeah.
If you're not, you see? So that way you wouldn't have a friend that
Think
working in
about
Walkers if you in Dog City.
Think
You know what I'm saying?
about it.
Some people only have their brother, mom, dad, uncle,
Everybody grew up in
uncle.
church. You can't you tell me it's not.
Everybody grew up that way.
I would like to think most people grew up.
This
I would like to think most people grew up in church. I would like to think right.
Some people,
At least you got me, they driving.
Sorry, educate. I mean dead ass.
No.
What happened is they portray Cayman as this Christian.
what? Right.
Yeah.
Educate me
I've
dead ass.
seen elders of a church, and they challenge the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you this.
Because they say in the church.
Sunday.
Let me tell you this. Some kids grew up, mom, dad, uncle, aunt, grandpa, and
Everybody did
grandpa.
drugs.
And all they family do drugs. Where do you think you go? You a friend, you attract the
Not
friends that
everybody
you are.
have the family structure.
So not everyone has that one life.
No, you see everybody got life. What do you think we are criminals?
Yeah. What do you think?
What do you think
people
we
be
got
so
Like
fucked
put
up
it this
in
way,
their
I noticed we left here one night.
Cayman look like diamonds.
I don't know
Trust
if it
me,
was a
diamonds.
Cayman influence meeting or if it was one of the podcasts. There was one boy downstairs that I know from years
The
ago.
high school boy.
I know him from years ago. He been homeless. Years ago. I know his mother, his brother, his auntie, all of them.
But they want to make Cayman seem like
And
you don't know.
he, years ago, bro, like he used to work at the gas station, and then I don't know where he was after that, and I not seen him in years, and I thought he had better himself until I walk out the door downstairs,
And you saw
and he
him
walked up to me begging,
Yeah.
wanted
Wait.
still.
What's this last?
No, I don't
No,
know
this
this guy
is
from here. I think
me.
I was like, and it was like I couldn't believe that he's still in the same spot.
Same split.
Probably worse.
Years.
Some
So
people
like.
listen.
It's been like
I didn't
from time I was
I
at
thought
Excel,
that.
and that was 2015.
Oh,
And then
I
it's
say
so
real quick, I
6
say
years
real quick.
ago.
You think, bro, because some people just in a certain situation, I get you think that's we have one life, but keep in mind, you're not gonna attract people if you're not dressed a certain way here.
Yeah.
So just
Or
because
if you carry
if you
something
dress
like
in
that.
bummy clothes, you're not gonna make a
They gonna be like, I don't want
you're not gonna make a grown
Not even
man.
like teachers.
You're not gonna make a grown man
Some
mental.
people just don't give
Well, don't
a
get
fuck.
me wrong. in life, you probably feel judged all the time.
Yeah, like there's a lot
too.
Yeah.
So they don't. Basically, it's like they homeless, but they still got pride.
Yeah.
So they're not going to the teacher to say, yo, I don't have.
Okay.
I to think about that. And this is why sociology is such an important subject.
I want to
In psychology.
Right,
Yeah.
and psychology, but I think especially sociology, and I'm not biased because it's part of what I'm studying, but to say that you need to understand the social environment
100%.
of a country in order to
100%.
understand its people. Because how we come to be, it has a lot to do with the way our psychology developed and stuff like that, the way our brain works. But our brain just not working off of no data, right? You gotta look around the environment to see. Listen, you know how much information your brain is intaking.
You can through the environment.
It's generational.
But that's why I think it's so important to be one of the things that more Caymanians study, because it's a subject that is lacking in Cayman. But to understand the sociology of this country,
Hello.
No,
I understand that you point that. No, I can be done in 2 seconds. You say about the sociology thing, and I wish that, but like you said before last week, they pushed towards
it's not gonna. You want that to
There's only 3 degrees they want you to get on this island.
I can't even do engineering.
Okay, but maybe finish this one more. I will forget it. Don't underestimate me, bro. My mouth be moving, but I don't be thinking up here, so I need to think real fast. Okay, when you talk about the social landscape of Cayman, the social and cultural landscape of Cayman, there are Caymanians who have generational wealth, who have been wealthy their entire lives, and there's a severe difference in class that is so disgusting when you think about it.
It's so
in
slick.
this country, right? In socioeconomic status, in the positions in society that some people hold and that some people will never hold, right? Those
I mean, don't let
gaps.
them portray anything to you, because a lot of people live like that.
No, but this is what that all comes down to. I'm talking about some of these different. I'm talking about like the fact of people who have those Caymanians, then you go Caymanians who don't have no bed to sleep on, don't know where the next meal is gonna come from, don't know when the next time water to touch their skin, they don't know any of that stuff, and it's because of those gaps in class that we have. And I feel like because we have become so focused on wanting to push this idea of how utopian Cayman is, we ignore some of the serious issues that we have in our communities. All this development and stuff that's happening is going on in places where there are pockets of impoverished communities that have been there for decades.
You won't see it
and
or
they're
hear
building over them. They take in line on people, right? And so it's like you need to think about the facts of this place is that there are people as much as I kind of get where you're coming from, where you're trying to understand it. But you're so used to them only pushing one thing, right? So from your perspective, you don't understand how things could be that bad for some people in here, right?
No, but you won't see or hear.
No, you won't see or hear. But this is what I said also last week in the files that got deleted, and people had came for me and I had to correct the way that I said it in the files that were deleted.
Azuka's fault.
The files that Azuka deleted.
No, it was the opposite. Let me see your point.
As I was saying, I said that we are a fake people, and then everybody was like, and then I said, in the sense that image is one thing and the reality is another. But we need that image, and that image is so valued here because we need that image in order to keep tourism booming, in order to keep the economy booming. Everything ties back to that. But that's what I'm saying.
I think I just made that comment because when I look at these people who are so successful and I watch these motivation videos and shit, whatever, they say, oh, I grew up poor, I grew up in the gangs, whatever, I turned my life around. So I'm like,
oh my god.
America.
I'm going to go ahead and believe him.
Exaggerated that shit. The roach probably on the wall.
If these people had overcome this in worse countries like Mexico, America, whatever, if these people had overcome that, what is the excuse in Cayman? That's where my comment was coming from. That was where my
I bring 200 points together. So she was talking about church and you're talking about socialism. Which
I was talking about socialism.
You're talking about
I was talking about sociology.
Yeah, no, I said, I said socialism. Oh, God, sorry. It's the Hennessy. I remember that. So I went to church, you know what I'm saying, and I saw that how I exposed to this. Now,
You was being sociological?
no, I was being sociological. That's joke. I was exposed to that scene in Cayman that's so hidden with the hidden poverty.
The poverty and the
from
struggle
church.
and stuff.
Yeah, I got
That's
those
what
that
I'm
from
saying.
church as well.
Because the churches do food drives.
Yes, that's
From,
exactly.
I seen old people now, wheelchair, 80, no tiles, no water, no electricity,
That
no
hurt.
food.
You would be surprised.
That's when I saw that.
And you wouldn't know it looked like a regular house. It looked like a regular house.
Yeah.
No food, no water, no electricity. And they're bringing food to them. Fam, these people are so grateful that they bring soup.
It's just
Like no big thing, no, just soup.
it breaks
Bro.
my heart.
This woman cried for soup,
Oh
bro.
my
And you
God.
wouldn't.
Right now, man, he's born over.
Yo, my mama was there crying with this woman, bro.
Yeah, I can't-
Because that was the first meal she had in 3 days.
It hard.
What?
It hard.
Yeah.
3 days.
3 days?
And
Come on.
she is so
And then you
old.
guys sit and think about she's sure the damn have daughter and son that have
That's
but they don't
You know,
care.
you know where her daughter and son is? She has a daughter and son in Europe. They're in Europe.
What?
One is in Germany and one is in Russia.
Sometimes I think about it and I wonder, and I don't blame the woman, but I say sometimes I think about it and I wonder, the kids that don't take care of their parents, what was their relationship with their parents growing up? But that's a whole different
That's a
thing.
whole
I don't
different
think so, that's a different thing.
That's a whole psychological topic.
Yeah.
All right, my
that's
last thing.
different, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's so hidden, you wouldn't even see it because it
Yeah.
looks like a regular house. I think this is a regular house in Bonnet. This is Bonnet. I grew up in Bonnet. Regular crib I pass every day going to the east. When
You
I
wouldn't
was with
even
my grandma.
think
Think about it. You wouldn't
And I
even-
walk in this house, fam. This house is deteriorating. And this old woman in a wheelchair is in this house. With no, her husband died a long time ago. And she's in there by herself, bro.
That makes me like,
The only people that take her is the church people. Now I sing like you wouldn't see that. You don't hear about this and you don't see this. The thing that you always hear homeless people when they came out. Or just one punch away like
That's
you know what I mean?
basically
The people.
Yeah, it's
You might as well put me outside.
Just the
Yeah.
people that were on drugs walking around the road. That's all you hear about.
Yeah.
Fam, there is people down horrendous in Cayman. And because we pushing the tourism Cayman kind of thing, you're not gonna
And
this.
then,
it's brushing
on top
under
of
the
that,
rug.
sorry, but you push in that tourism thing and then you are ignoring.
Neglecting.
Yeah, you are ignoring, right, and completely disregarding some of the structures that we need so desperately here, like NAU. I'll never fucking stop talking about needs assessment unit, okay? Needs assessment unit is understaffed, understaffed, underdeveloped. They don't have the
my dad used it for sure.
Yeah, my family has been on NAU. You think it's a joke?
NAU needs a complete revamp.
Rehaul, but there are so
Because
many.
This is somehow
That
you're
place-
allowed to
you know
every
it's
weekend them the
worse
new outfit
when it comes
here
to
and
health.
everything.
Ma'am.
That place
And then
needs to
they
be
made it worse
But
for
it's the
people
only
that
place
don't
we
have
have to
nowhere to
go.
live because they
And
don't
then
pay
you
people
pay my
rent on
rent.
time. And they have bare issues and then people don't want
No,
that kind of people in their apartments because they don't pay rent.
The people
Yeah,
that work
it's
there
true.
have the worst attitude.
But
Never
look at how
been
much
there.
stress they under.
Go back to
Look at how
home, how they're treated at work.
I know that's
That's
right.
true.